Country is taking over the music industry. And you're gonna ask, what do you mean by that? And where does this come from? And why are you even saying this? Alright? And I think that if you pay attention to like music that's been really popping, people who are dropping new albums, we're starting to see more and more country, which to me, country has not been on the forefront in such a long time. I think probably since like, I don't know, like Johnny Cash, bro, in like the 70s or something, like the 60s. And we're starting to see country be more in the forefront of conversations, more in the forefront of like the biggest sales. I mean, even look at this article right here. So this was Billboard Pro or Billboard.com or whatever. But it says country and pop remain tied on top of the state of Hot 100's top 10 through quarter 3 of 2023. So this wasn't like the whole year, but this was one quarter. And I feel like I wasn't even hearing about country that often until like Morgan Wallen and like 2 years ago. And Morgan Wallen just took the world by storm, bro. And I don't even listen to country. You know, I'm a hip hop man. I like hip hop. I mostly talk about hip hop, but I do like other genres. And there are like different genres that I do like to explore, like to listen to. Country is on the bottom. But I've heard some country songs that I really, really like. Johnny Cash, I mean, I named him instantly because he's probably one of my favorite country artists that I've ever heard. And I go back to his music a lot just to kind of like remind myself why I like the sound. And that I do like some country. But I think it's really interesting. I'm starting to see a lot more Luke Combs. Again, Morgan Wallen. I mean, Taylor Swift is a country artist. She's classified that. I don't know if I'd really like put her up there with like country because she's kind of gone more pop and kind of gone in like this alternative genre. So I don't know if I'd necessarily call her country anymore, but she's, I mean, still an artist that's very dominant and her roots are very country and she still has country aspects. But I just think it's really interesting. I mean, one of the reasons that I kind of even thought about talking about this was mainly from Russ. I watched an interview on like him talking about that labels are starting to now sign more country artists.
Every CEO was signing every SoundCloud rapper and their cousin. You know what they're about to do? Sign every country artist and their cousin. And guess what? The country artists, like we talked about before, they'll make enough money to cover the loss of the rappers that they're still fronting. And so it doesn't matter. It'll always look like a rap's still doing its thing. Country's booming, yeah, but rap is still crushing. Yeah, but y'all are signing the country artists. I know, because I'm talking to the fucking... I still have relationships with the people at the labels, and some of them are good people, and we talk about it all the time, where it's like, their whole focus is country artists.
My theory is...
The whole focus is... Look at Morgan Wallen, bro.
Yo, Morgan.
Are you kidding?
Well, he uses some words rappers use.
Bro, Morgan Wallen, bro, Morgan Wallen, Jelly Roll...
Shout out Jelly.
Yo, that's the man.
Bailey Zimmerman, like all these dudes who are like... Dudes and women who are coming through this vessel of this singer-songwriter, country twang, alternative sort of space. That's who the labels are scooping up like they were doing 6 years ago with like Lil TJ and Polo G and all those kind of guys. It's like...
I could definitely see that being the case. Now, he said that he has like label friends. I don't have any like objective information on if more country artists are getting signed. I mean, I've tried to look into it. It's kind of hard to find who they sign. It's all private and... You have to really be in the country space to even know who's getting signed if they're not, like, at the forefront. So I don't have any, like, proof of this. I would say kind of, like, the main things is just seeing how viral country has gotten. I mean, I said Luke Combs and Morgan Wallen. But there's other people, too, who are just not on my radar that I've seen their names pop up here and there. But even Beyonce dropped a country album. And that was just out of nowhere. I didn't even know she liked country, didn't even know she made any country type music. And right after that, now I'm seeing Post Malone is dropping country music with Luke Combs, and they're starting to perform more at the VMAs. Like, I think it's becoming real apparent that country is starting to take back kind of its place in the music world. Not saying that it wasn't there already, but like, I have never seen on my TikTok or like YouTube or my social media pages, I've never seen country perform this well or even like be so widespread. And I think it's definitely a testament to like how wide ranging and kind of like how accessible country is in America specifically. I think country hits a very wide audience. I just think it's like about what you intake, right? Like when I was growing up, it was strictly just rap, and that's probably why I don't like country as much. It's not to say that country's bad or country's not as good as rap. I think every music genre has a place, and I think every music genre is very important. And I'm glad that more music is like taking back the reins. I am not a huge fan of like pop music. Like that's probably actually my least favorite genre. I think it usually seems kind of watered down. Things that kind of go pop, even like country pop or hip hop, like pop music. Like I don't know, not really my cup of tea. I just want to mainly talk about just kind of like the resurgence of this country music. And I'm curious what you guys think. Do you think that country music is kind of taking back like the reins, kind of like coming back in the forefront? I am curious to see. I am making the prediction that country music will have a great year this year, as well as hip hop. I think 2024 will be the year for both those genres, and I'm very, very, very excited to see kind of what they have cooking, kind of what's going to happen. And I might start trying to get more into country music. I haven't really done that before, but I think with this resurgence and new artists coming up, new artists being innovative, doing different things in country music, this is like now the time for me to get in there. So if you have any recommendations on who I should listen to, please let me know down below. Like I will listen to whatever, listen to anybody. I've gotten a few recs on my last video, my Anthony Fantano video, so I'm definitely excited to kind of see like what happens with that, what happens with country, kind of where it goes. And yeah, I'm curious on if labels are gonna more actively sign country artists, especially from that Russ clip. I'll try to put it in here, but he mentions how like rap is not doing as well, and I don't know if that's necessarily the case. Like a lot of these like record labels and people talking about like how rap is selling, I think are only looking at like the top artists probably, and not like everything that gets consumed on like the underground level. There's so much underground rap music, but I think if you're looking like top 100, I think rap kind of didn't have as many like of the heavy hitters drop albums. And I kind of talk about this in a few videos, but I think rap was just having a tough year in terms of like it just wasn't where a lot of people were dropping. Whereas I think country and pop, like I think Olivia Rodrigo dropped, I think Taylor Swift dropped, I think Luke Combs, Morgan Wallen, like these heavy hitters of their industry dropped. And Morgan Wallen is also doing kind of interesting things like collaborating with rappers and things like that. And he's kind of like going more in like other directions outside of just country, which I think is really, really interesting. And I'm kind of curious to see how that goes. Same with Luke Combs and Post Malone. I could definitely see Post Malone making some really good country music. But I do also think it's very interesting that he's going a country route. He's never done that before, but he's definitely an artist that I think when a genre starts taking off, he kind of like goes to that, latches on. Not saying it's a bad thing. I think he just likes to be ahead of the game, likes to try new things, and it's probably the most comfortable at a state where the genre he wants to go into is being like widely accessed. Similar to how he wasn't making rap music, and then I think rap was having kind of its best years, like it's almost prime, and then Post Malone came in. And then when pop started doing well, Post Malone went to that. And so it's very interesting to see like these different artists kind of like navigating those spaces, kind of going into different genres in and out, especially with Beyonce as well. I did not see that coming at all. I need to check out that album, so that's what I'll be doing probably this weekend, trying to give her album a listen. But let me know what you guys think down below. Not much else I can say on this. I'll probably give an update once we see like the end of the year, or if labels start signing pretty heavily to country artists, I'm gonna be like, I told you so. I'm gonna be like, I told you so. So get ready for that, okay? Because I am a I told you so type of person. If I tell you something and then you don't agree with me, I'm gonna say I told you so when I'm right. Like I'm that type of man. I'm not humble. I have a lot of pride. So that's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. But I'm just playing. As always, man. If y'all like the content, man, hit me with a like and subscribe. As always, thank you guys for always supporting. Check out my other platforms, other videos. If you have an opinion on the take that I just had, if you like country music, if you think it's popping off, please let me know. I appreciate feedback, whether it's positive or negative, as long as it's just like respectful. You know what I'm saying? So if you could hit me with that, that'd be great. I love seeing you guys' comments. I'm gonna start interacting with them more too. And I've also been streaming. And this is the end of the video, so this is just like me talking about the channel, like where we're at, what's happening, what's the vibes. So if you want to stay for that, you can. I would really appreciate it. But yeah, I've been streaming, so definitely check out my Twitch. Follow me if you can. I've been streaming probably 3 times last week, maybe 2. We had some technical difficulties. I'm still trying to figure out like a smooth middle ground, and I need to get a new PC, low key, because this bad boy is not doing the job. Okay, it's not doing the job at all. So I'm gonna start doing that some more. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. My Anthony Fantano video did pretty well. I think we're at like 1.4, 1.5K views, which is huge for me on YouTube. I only have like 600 subs, so that's like double my sub to viewer ratio. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. TikTok slowly growing, doing well. Instagram slowly growing, doing well. So as always, man, I love you guys and appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for always supporting. Peace out. Be smooth.